Hello, I am the Shadow Trader. This is Shadow Analysis, and today we're going to be talking about AMC theaters. Now, this stock holds a bit of a special place in my heart because I was in here with the apes from the run from, well, pretty much I think I believe it was 193. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was the all-time low at the time, the new all-time low before it ran, and then it ran to $20 down to 5. That's where I got in, and then it ran to 73. What a wild ride. I had no money when it hit the all-time low. I had no money, so I couldn't put any into AMC, and I was sad because I was waiting for it. I was shorting it down to 193, and made some okay money. It wasn't that great because it was kind of slow, but I still made money. Uh, put it into one of my stocks, and then I think I kind of remember clearly it happened in December. I believe 2019 when AMC hit the all-time low and then ran to 20. I was like, oh man, I was a bit of a rookie back then. So I was like, man, I don't want to miss out on this. But I didn't jump in because I knew it was going to go down. It wasn't just going to go, it wasn't going to stop and then keep going. At least I didn't think so. At least that was my thought process back then. Like I said, I was new. I didn't really know much at the time. But when it went back down to 5, I decided, you know what? I think I'm going to get it. It's a pretty good price. And I'm glad I did. I had $175 to my name, and then when it was all said and done, and it ran to 73. I had about 9 grand to my name, so it was a pretty fun run. The first time I ever made a lot of money in the market, and it just really boosted my confidence, even though I sucked. But times have changed, and that big win kept me in. It made me want to do it again and again and again. And since then, I've been learning, and I've been trying to master this thing because I truly believe that there is no mastering anything when it comes to the market. Um, you can master specific things, but no one's perfect in the market. And I truly believe that. Even the professionals lose sometimes. So, what are we talking about? We are talking about AMC theaters today, and we're going to do the macro analysis. Now, uh, well, let's go down to, I usually like to start the weekly, but we're going to go down to the daily real quick because, there we go, that's a lot better. Okay, so I do believe, gap, gap, we're coming back down, guys. We're coming back down to the all-time low, and that might be the last time we do that. So be prepared, guys. Be prepared to buy those calls or shares or whatever it is you want to hold. Um, this thing will go, and yeah, I might even try to get in myself. I might grab a couple options for next couple years out and try to get those all-time highs. Well, we're probably not getting. I don't know if we're getting the all-time highs on AMC. If I'm just being a realist with you, back in the day when I was at Ape, I would have said it would have gone to 10,000. But I've learned a lot, and yeah, I need to I actually want to thank the apes because without them, I never would have. I don't think I ever would have learned the market the way I have. I was what they would call a smooth brain ape, and I didn't know much, but I followed a lot of people at the time that taught me how to do things like technical analysis, read indicators, read price action, support, um, resistance, supply, and demand. And learning all these things has really changed my game. And so, if it wasn't for the apes, it wasn't for being an ape at one point. And I believe that once you're an ape, you're always an ape. Because you're always for the working class man. You're never completely for the rich. I mean, I know we all want to become rich, but we don't. We always want someone else to make it. You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth is fine. I love capitalism, and generational wealth is great, but there's more than enough money to go around, and I believe everyone should have a fair share of it. Um, but I also believe that they need to earn it, and that's why I'm here. I'm here for educational purposes to along the way. Hopefully, you learn something from me, just like I learned from the other apes that I used to watch on YouTube. And so, yeah, I getting sidetracked here, but let's go back to the analysis. So yeah, it's definitely going to come down here. I think it's definitely going to cover these gaps, and it might take a little while. This could take a little bit. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't go shorting it anytime soon. If you do, I would go far out, and I would get it for about this price. Actually, I would get it for about here, 260. So I would go to $3. I would go $3, and then I would go from there. Because below the Yanchi, and that's where it's gonna really fail, right? So, and it's probably gonna stick around here for a minute. Actually, let's take a look at. Okay, okay, that's the 200-day. Okay, yeah. See, the Yanchi is well protected. It's not going anywhere. At least for the time being, it could stop here and it can keep going up at this point. Not gonna lie, and it looks like it could be because I mean we already hit a bottom. We actually hit a double bottom here, so it could very well keep going before it comes down. It doesn't have to hit this. I mean, it does eventually. It's going to hit it eventually, but it doesn't mean it has to hit it soon. If we could wait to all-time highs and then come all the way back down here 2 years later and finally hit it, you know what I mean? So those are things we gotta keep in mind when we're trading because we don't want to just assume it's gonna do something unless it actually looks like it's gonna do it. Right here, you can't really tell on the daily. Uh, we would have to go into smaller time frames, but I think that it is going to go down, and it could, like I said, it could take a little while, especially because you have all this protection here. Go under here, chill here, chill here. But yeah. All in all, though, I think we have already started our trend here, and so this shows bullish. I believe on the weekly it was also bullish. Take a look at that. It's getting there. You did get a double bottom here. Ah. Here was the first bottom, second bottom here. And you did actually go up from that. This you did not. You actually went down from that. So yeah, we might be coming back down here at some point and smash into the bottom here. Cause look at that. That was what, the 50-day? Yeah. And so you could easily just come up here, smash, boom, back down. And it shows you here, boom, 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 it's where it kind of sees it going, and then you could just say up here and then they break out something like that. All right, so you know, I don't want you guys to get too excited. I know how it is with with AMC, and I know it makes big moves, but it doesn't mean you should just jump in blindsided. Now we can do more short term analysis another time and try to get good intraday trades in because I mean, it looks like it's gonna go up pretty soon, right? So we might want to, and I mean, probably to right here, right? Oops. So probably the previous month high, which is already there. I don't know. I don't know because we're not going to look at the lower time frames right now. I just want to do some macro analysis, and I haven't really said too much here because I kind of did, but I think it's going to go down more. I think we're going to hit another yearly low. Um, we're probably even going to go below that just a little bit, and then pop back up. And that's called the spring. That's what happens in a cycle at the end of a cycle before it just pops right up just like that. So we could very well see that. Yeah. To try to confirm this a little bit, we can look at things like just look at different trends and try to see what we got going on here. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta get rid of that, and we gotta get rid of that, and then we can go and look at the different trends and do that. Oh yeah, look at that, beautiful, beautiful. And of course, it could come in. Look at that, form something like a double top. This might come down faster than we think, guys. It's not gonna go too high here, you know. Got cumulative net delta. Yeah, still going up. It's definitely an uptrend for sure. It is pointing down, so we might have it come back down here. It might be trapping everybody as we speak. So just be careful if you're out there with calls. If you have them over the weekend and it does go up here, think about getting out. Because it might just trap you. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing ever wrong with taking profit. Whenever you're making money, it's a great day. It doesn't matter how little it is, because that little bit of money you make consistently adds up. Trust me. Then once you start getting more confident, not cocky, once you start getting more confident, you start knowing your shit, then you can, start betting more and more, and the profit's gonna get bigger and bigger. But consistency is key. Doesn't matter. Every 10%, take it. 10%'s a lot. To hedge funds, 10% is a lot. And I know they play with a lot more money than you do, so it doesn't seem like that much, but 10% in the market is a lot. And I consistently make like 50 to 90% profit because I like to play these macro plays here and get the big moves up. I've lost plenty of money in the past just holding and watching it go right back down to the same place I bought. And sometimes I still get caught up in those traps and make those little rookie mistakes here and there. That's only human nature, and that's the way the market's built. The market's built for you to fail. And that's why people like me and other YouTubers are here to kind of show you the way, because they, from everything that I learned when I was an ape, these hedge funds, they hire people to fuck with your head and twist this market in a way that drives your mind insane and just makes you want to sell, or makes you want to buy at the wrong time. AMC is a stock it's one I really want to play too. I just hope I have some free money available, because I do tend to buy more things nowadays, whether it's stock or whether it's options. But yeah, I think this thing's probably gonna come back down before it goes up way too high. And again, I could be wrong, but this is one we're gonna be keeping up with. All right, I'm gonna be making consistent videos, keeping up with AMC and seeing how it's doing. Because again, this is one that I would like to get back into, and this $42 move here is just, it's gonna be an easy move. You know what I mean? Easy money. Get out, reposition yourself for a higher move later down the line. And that's a big move, and that's the kind of moves I like. Those are the kind of gap up moves I love. Consistency is key, fellas. This one looks like it's really about to blow, but it's above the zero line, but it could drop below just as well on Monday. So now, if we do go over $4, I'm gonna have to get some higher. I'm gonna have to get some higher price. I want to see it. I want to see it hit. Whoops, my bad. I need to lock that in place. I want to see it come up here. I don't think it's going to, but if it gets at least here, because right now it's almost back down to the weekly dungeon. But if it comes up here Monday, anywhere near the previous month high, I'll get our next price targets drawn out so we can follow it along. These all these price targets are always accurate. The quarterly lows, monthly lows, all that Dacian. Very accurate, very solid price target, especially if you're playing options. And helps you find great spots if you're trying to get in at a cheaper price with shares. So uh yeah, I think that's it. Uh this does not look. I don't know. We will see though. We will find out for sure. It looks like it could break out here. Pow. We're definitely gonna see. We're definitely gonna find out, guys. It looks good, but it could also drop. Is my analysis here. I would definitely expect it to go up from here. I just don't know how far, but we're gonna follow along. We're gonna figure it out. I mean, I do think it's gonna come back down eventually, but like I said, it doesn't have to happen now. It can happen in the future, way in the future, years in the future. For example, when AMC hit 190, whatever it hit the first time, before it ran to 73 or whatever. What? No way. Okay, good. Sort of. Okay. Anyways, before it did all that running up to 73, it very much looked like it could have gone lower than the all-time low, and then it didn't for years. And this is the result, right? And it looks exactly the same here. So could very well do the same thing again after a couple years, come back down here and hit the all-time low again. So, which I definitely think AMC is very capable of. No disrespect to the shareholders out there, but it is a stock like any other. There's nothing special about it, and stock's gonna do what stock's gonna do. You know what I mean? So it may be corrupt, it may be set up, but you gotta accept it, and you gotta be willing to trade that because without that corruption, traders they wouldn't be able to make the money they make and follow the patterns they follow. You know what I'm saying? It's all coordinated. You know what I mean? It's all set up for us to actually win if we can figure it out. And again, that's what I spent years doing, learning technical analysis to figure out what the market makers do, how the market makers trade, well, how the algo trades, and then you trade it. It's that simple, guys. I'm gonna end this video here. If you like the video, give me a like anyway, just for passing through. If you want to see more of AMC, if you want to see more GME or any other videos that I popped out or any new videos, uh, hit this subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get more videos, and make sure you comment below on any stocks you think I should look at, any stocks you think I should buy, anything you're curious about that you really want to know about that you want my 2 cents on, just comment down below, let me know. Um, and I'll do it. I'll make a video on it. I love looking at charts and I love doing analysis. So just uh just hit me up anytime and I'll look it up. So if you're here watching the video, I want to thank you very, very much. I want to thank everybody who watches my videos. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna get better at this. Don't worry. And more professional videos once I start making a little bit of money to pay for the editing. Because since I don't do it myself, and I'd rather do it myself with the stock because I want to be able to put out videos in the same day and not wait on my editor. So, but I do have an editor for other channels, but not this one. And other channels I can wait on. And this one I can. I like being able to drop the video the same day or the next day without having to worry about. I'll learn to edit myself eventually, and then these will get a lot better. But until then, guys, I want to thank you for showing up again, and ciao.